Hey, wine mermaids. This is the Peace, Love, and Wine podcast, bringing you happy hour conversations with awesome women on self-care, sisterhood, and creative living to reduce stress and maximize joy. Life is short, so grab a glass and get ready to sip, sparkle, and make a splash. Make sure to visit peaceloveandwine.com and enter your email to receive VIP deals and get your free self-care download. Now, here's your wine sister hostess with the mostest, Tiffany Humfeld.
Hello, ladies. This is Tiffany with Peace, Love, and Wine. This is the final day of the virtual happy hour retreat series 2.0. You're rocking your biz, but it's burning you out. Tips and tools from top entrepreneurs on how to go from overworked and overwhelmed to overjoyed. And I am extremely excited to have Miss Rebecca Randolph on the show today. And I'm going to read her bio. Let's just say one of the first lines on her bio is, "Let's outsmart our shit together." So just that's where this video is going, okay?
I'm going to say some words, so if the kiddos are around, put the earmuffs on.
Yeah. There's a disclaimer in the video or in the email people get that will let them know that there's more four-letter words than WINE in this broadcast.
And LOV, which is the best four-letter word of all, of course.
Sure. So let me tell people how awesome you are, okay?
Thank you.
Rebecca is a published author, illustrator, speaker, and founder of OutsmHeart, a budding healing practice with training in Reiki, cranial sacral massage, fitness instruction, functional medicine, nutrition, and last but not least, the hard knocks of life. Boo. Learned to transform her own shit, aka poor life choices, into fertile ground, and that's grown into a passionate message of inspiration and hope to guide others who are ready to make a giant change. All right, so yay, that's a lot of things.
Ooh, thank you so much. That's. I feel so honored.
I know, you sound like a badass.
Yeah, I'm a badass. You know me. We're strong women, badass, bad boss. Well, not bad boss, badass boss.
That's what you meant, yeah. All right.
Thank you. It's awesome to connect, and we always have a great time when we talk.
And there's usually lots of giggles.
Lots of giggles.
Giggles are important. Laughter is good medicine, they say, right?
Totally. Absolutely. The best.
The best. So tell me, in your experience, what are some of the top things that you see women struggle with in terms of feeling overworked and overwhelmed?
Definitely balance, self-care balance. I would say self-care is the number one deficiency, especially for women, because we don't take that much time for ourselves. Everything else seems to be a priority. And I think that's just a part of our nature. So really prioritizing self-care and rituals on a consistent basis is really practical, and it's much more powerful than when you're burned out and drained. Okay, now it's time to get a massage.
Right.
Or now it's time to, like, when you're feeling so burned out and you're putting out fires constantly, you're not in a routine of it. And so, you're going up and down and up and down. And it's good to have these rituals. I do some energy exercises in the morning to help me balance. And it just helps. It helps kind of set an intention for the day and to know, I'm doing something for myself. And then I tend to get less overwhelmed or less resentful because I've taken a few moments for myself, even if it's like a subconscious thing. When you start to get into the routine, it becomes easier and you just notice the difference, or it becomes a lot more automatic. But that's, I would say, the biggest one is self-care, and self-care ritual every day.
Right.
For sure.
And how do I think women want to do self-care. They know it's important, but it doesn't feel important when life is happening and work is happening. How do you suggest women go about actually implementing it and sort of holding themselves accountable for doing it?
Well, one thing, you can schedule it. You can put it in, like in your phone as an alert. I mean, I have some kind of ritual things I put every day in my phone. It's like, okay, it's time to do your energy exercise or whatever it is. Just put it in your calendar, schedule it. And then once it becomes more automatic, you'll do it more on your own naturally. But really, it has to be, put a note on your fridge, do meditation for 5 minutes or whatever it is. Just put it in a structure, put it in writing somewhere, and put it in your calendar or put it on your mirror, something like that. Because otherwise, we know how it goes. Things like come in one ear, go out the other. They just, we prioritize other things. So it's something that has to be put into a structure, written down, and then noted somewhere on a calendar, even your mirror, your fridge, or something like that. I have quotes on my fridge that I like to read too. That help, like a little reminder. We have to give ourselves lots of reminders.
We do. We forget.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And we forget the things that are important to us when it's a thing that's going to help us out, I think. And by that, I mean, if it's something that, it's just for me, like, either I don't have time for that, is what people think, or they just,
women are overgivers, I think, sometimes, Yeah.
But then so it's easy to not give to yourself, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. We'll prioritize other things. And so it needs to become a non-guilt, what are they called? Non-negotiables.
Mm-hmm.
Non-negotiable thing of, even if it's 5 minutes,
even if it's 2 minutes.
2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds of
2 minutes in heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven.
Yeah, 5 seconds in heaven is better than 1 second where. Yeah, absolutely. So scaffolding our time with putting alerts for our own self-care. Even if it's like a reminder on your phone to say, I love you. Like, put a little in your calendar as an alert. It will pop up on your phone, like, or I'm special, or whatever. Something that's just sweet and kind for us.
I actually do that sometimes with my phone alarm. I change the label. It'll say, like, wake up, gorgeous, go kick booty.
Yeah, like, you look awesome today, or whatever. Like, something that we're just reflecting it back to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we don't give a hoot about ourselves, nobody else is going to. So that's really, outsmart our shit. And the shit is really just, it's all there to teach us, it's fertilizer. So when I say outsmart, it's not like, get rid of it, or erase these things. It's just it's things that we can learn and fertilize and grow and become more successful and,
learning from our challenges or our mistakes, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no other way to really learn. We can memorize things, but real learning comes through experience.
Yeah, it's true. Mm-hmm. And I want to.
We have to learn how to care for ourselves by experiencing it. Tying it into the self-care piece.
Right.
You have to teach ourselves.
What are some ways to recognize when either overwhelm or boredom? Because I know those are the two things that we try to help balance, right? So how do we get those things to be more even?
Well, I think the first thing is just to notice it. To notice if, like, just in your daily mood, like, okay, am I feeling bored right now, or am I feeling overwhelmed? Or are you going, it's like a scale, boredom is down here, overwhelmed is like way up here. So are you closer to boredom, or are you closer to overwhelmed? And the idea is just to get somewhere in the middle where you're not, you have some energy and you have some motivation, but you're not checked out, that's the bottom of bored, which is like resistance and laziness, whatever, procrastination, and then there's overwhelm where you're just spinning your wheels so fast, you're like, you don't know what's going on, and then you bump into things, or you're uncoordinated. So it's just getting to a place of balance where you're not bored and you're not overwhelmed, where you're functioning in a way that feels good or feels comfortable. At least it feels balanced,
calm kind of thing, right?
Yeah, calm but powerful.
Yeah. I never thought of the bumping into things as an overwhelm until you mentioned it just now. It totally makes sense. You're in a hurry, you're running around, you knock things over.
And then it's like, the coffee's, and then your mood, and it's like, okay, you can just pause. Okay, I'm getting into this overwhelmed thing. How can I turn the volume down on that? Get present, like do
the pause. PBT.
PBT, yeah. You pause. Okay. You just pause, stop. You take a moment, you bless something in your environment or yourself. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you want to just pause and like, okay, thank you, body, for being here. Thank you for keeping me safe in the world, whatever it is. You bless something. And then you give gratitude, like, thank you, body. So it's a blessing of like gratitude, but the thank you kind of takes it to the next level. So first you pause, you bless something, like you're just happy it's there, and then does that make sense?
Yeah. So the blessing, it could kind of be acknowledging whatever the it is. And then
exactly. It's acknowledging something that's there and then giving gratitude for it. Because gratitude, people do, I think they take it for granted sometimes, like, oh, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful, but it's not really felt. And the blessing is sort of like, okay, you can really take it in. It doesn't have to be spiritual or, religious, but it's like you recognize it. You pause, you recognize something that you are grateful for, and then you feel the gratitude for it. That makes sense?
Yeah.
It's like a two-step thing instead of just gratitude. It's like you have to recognize what you're grateful for. I think they did a study actually on brain chemistry where when people just seek out something that they're grateful for, they just have a thought of like what it is, that it somehow shifts their brain chemistry and releases like healthy chemicals, oxytocin or something.
Cool. Yeah, I think there's lots of studies on happiness and gratitude. And actually, there's a good documentary. I think it's called Happy.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
It really gives you some perspective. So if anybody's watching, I think it's free on Netflix or Amazon.
It's got a smiley face.
Yeah. It's like a blue sky with clouds in the face shape of the eyes. Wow. Yeah. Face temperature.
Exactly. But it's beautiful. There's another really great, now we're advertising film set. It's called Insight, I think. It's about the power of intuition. That's on Netflix too. It's really, really good. And it studies...
Insight? Is that what you called?
It's called Insight. It's, I think, Norwegian for intuition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's got a blue kind of starry looking thing, but it's all about studies, a documentary on the power of intuition.
Cool.
And the scientific investigations, on it too.
I think part of intuition is just recognizing like how your body is feeling and the cues that your body gives you. So like, do I have a knot in my stomach? Are my shoulders tensing up? Do I feel butterflies?
Exactly. And that's the pause. Like just that recognition right there pulls you out of that state. Because when we are really in a funky state, we don't realize it. We're just reacting. We're just behaving weirdly. You don't recognize it.
When you start spinning.
Yeah. When you go to that overwhelm in your brain, you're just in fight flight. Or flight is like when you just want to go away. And fight is when you're really out in that overwhelm. So it's that function of either wanting to escape or freeze. Fight, flight, freeze, or fighting. And that's when our brains aren't functioning, the prefrontal cortex will not function if your brain is full of cortisol and everything. It just, we don't think. It's like there's a term, I think it says anger makes us stupid. And it does. Like our IQs, if they do tests when you're angry, the chemicals or you're over or you're stressed, you're not going to think well.
Yeah, that's... You get shut down. You get tunnel vision. You get, it's like you get shut in a box. These are some of the experiences that I have felt anyway.
Absolutely. And the anxiety. Oh, yeah.
The spinning feeling.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But we have more control over those types of functions than we think. And
right.
I like to work with people and help teach those skills. And they can be simple.
Right.
And once you start practicing it, it gets easier.
And having accountability to friends or a group that is all trying to better themselves and manage their minds and manage their emotions. I think that helps make things easier because then you don't feel like you're in it so alone,
No, absolutely. Community is essential. And I just saw some article or something on people with Alzheimer's, that there's less cases of Alzheimer's in people that live in community.
Oh.
People get sick when they're not in community, that literally they're sicker. And it even more than like lifestyle choices, things like that. When we have connections and we're in community, we're healthier. Yeah. And even if that's just one or two people that you can trust and depend on, or, you know, whatever, but it's the research now is really growing. I think it's Dr. Hyman. He did a telesummit called Broken Brain, and it was about Alzheimer's, and he shared those studies, and it's amazing. But it's so true. We all know that. You know, we all know when we have community.
It's so amazing. Our brain is so powerful. And I feel like we probably, all of us, because this is natural with fear, we recognize I don't want to say negative, but that's the thought in my head, the negative power of the brain, or the, let's say, suboptimal power when you're going the way that's not the direction you want to go. Like, that can be so powerful. I've physically made myself ill before, right? Because I was not wanting to do something.
Yeah, it's that, you know, the butterflies in the stomach, and your whole nervous system just kind of goes funky, but it's really a function of our thinking.
There's so much.
It escalates all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That we need to be aware enough to know when to make that switch, because it can be really, I mean, look, you've seen kids having a temper tantrum. You're not going to talk them out of it, you know.
In a rational way.
Bodily function. They're having a bodily experience. But we're just a little more, you know, we try to mature and grow and, you know, learn to behave, but it takes a lot, especially in, you know, having our own businesses, being a mom, or whatever it is. You know, life gets busy, and we've got a lot, you know, to juggle just in modern life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a couple more examples of tools that you like to use for managing overwhelm and getting your emotions in more balance.
Well, one I call it mental Xanax. I don't know if I shouldn't say like drugs, but
it's okay. It's just mental Xanax.
It's mental. Use your mind, but it's a little practice where you can little visualization, where you imagine your spine lining up like little Legos. And then you imagine your spine has a spinal cord, you know, so it has this tube, but you imagine it lining up. You see how you can see the hole? Like now, you imagine your spine lining up like that in all directions to the top of your head. You can put your hands on the top of your head. I do that. I like it. It feels good.
It does feel good.
It just feels good. Like
we hold so much stress in our skull too.
I know. And then just like imagining your sits bones or the bottom of your spine, and imagining a hose with water, with some kind of imaginary substance that feels good, just pouring through the top of your head all the way down to your spine, and letting it pour down that hollow space and letting it just drain through. You can take some deep breaths or whatever feels good. I mean, it's really tuning into your body and your spine, because your spine is the pinnacle of our nervous system. Everything gets traced through the spine. And if it's out of alignment, even slightly, things just don't work optimally. And this is a really quick little exercise. You know, imagine the spine lining up like little Legos, then the stuff pouring through.
Happy sauce pouring through.
Happy sauce. Ooh, I like happy sauce. Happy sauce, sparkles, yeah. And I can even now doing that, I feel my shoulder blades opening up. Like I feel in I can feel my shoulder blades, like my shoulders just kind of, and that was like 30 seconds?
Yeah.
It feels really good. I made it up one day when I was feeling really messed up and stressed out. It helps.
A productive way to go though, right? You could have gone in a totally different direction that day.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And not to say that doesn't happen sometimes, but these tools are valuable, you know, and that's like, you know, that's really my message too with the world and with you and with everything that I do, is to help people just get balanced, get into this place of feeling good, you know?
If we're feeling good, we can feed good back into the world.
Exactly. You know, I have the little saying too, like, put the fun back in function. You know, functioning should be fun.
Yes. Functioning should be fun.
Yeah. Just, I mean, you're like the fun, like playful spirit too. It's like, if you're not having fun, Tiffany's not having a fun day.
No. No.
You're the fun girl.
I am the fun girl, and I have been not the fun girl in the past, and I choose to be the fun girl because the fun girl is way better.
I love it. Yeah.
What fun thing are you going to do for yourself today?
I think I'm going to go in the jacuzzi.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I might do that too.
Yeah. I think I just want to be immersed in warm water. Not just a tub, but yeah, that was my first. And that's usually too when we think of like the first thing, what would be good? And then follow through with it. You know, we can text each other later. Did you get in the jacuzzi? Did you get in? Yes. Okay, good. We fulfilled, you know, it's that accountability too. You know, even having an accountability self-care partner. You know, we have our business like, did you get that massage, or did you go in the jacuzzi and chill out for a while? You know?
I know.
We need friendships like that too.
I also need you to remind me or verify that I have done my creative unwind coloring today.
Oh,
it's been a while.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Those are really good for your brain too.
It's so calming. It's so calming.
What? I can't color in the jacuzzi though.
No.
I could get the bath paints though. They might not like me though. Anyways,
I'm just imagining like Bob, your neighbor, like you start coloring on his back.
Like we start the little like, what is it? The dance, you know, around like giving someone else a little massage.
The massage, yeah. All right. Well, I want to wrap it up pretty soon here, but I wanted to share a couple fun things. And that is, I know we've talked a little bit about an Alaska cruise.
Yes.
Part of a program. And I have some dates that I'm playing with right now. So if anybody is interested in an Alaska self-care cruise.
That would be fun and frolicky and
cold, maybe. We'll all have to cuddle. We'll have to have a cuddle huddle.
A snuggle party, yeah, for sure. That's part of the requirement. If you don't like to snuggle, don't. No. Because we're snugglers.
But I think that's probably going to be around the first week of August, either the 6th or the 8th. So I'm going to start reserving some rooms for us because they will go fast. So,
awesome. Yeah.
So know that, ladies, and know that we have some really fun group sisterhood programs coming out soon that Rebecca and I are going to be doing together, as well as what else were we going to do?
Well, we're just going to surprise them, I think.
I think so too. We have so many awesome ideas that we've got to map them out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are going to tantalize everyone here.
With accountability.
Of course. Tantalizing accountability.
Rebecca, do you have any final words for our ladies today? Let's let them get on with their morning ritual or evening ritual if they have one.
Just love yourself, you know, and it's all okay. Like, just, you know, put your hand in, even if you're feeling funky or whatever, like, it's all okay. You know, we're precious creatures, and we need to appreciate that about ourselves too. You know, and we're all here for a reason. So it's about time we all stepped up and did it. It's that reason. Do your thing.
Do your thing, ladies.
Sisters, brothers, if there's any brothers listening. Can't just disclude the men, but
we want everybody to do their thing and help the world while doing it.
Do your thing.
Do your thing. All right. Thank you for being here. See you after the hot tub.
Of course. Sounds good.
Bye, ladies. Thank you so much for watching. Go do something great for yourself.
Hey, mermaids. I just wanted to give you an update
So you may have heard us talk about the Alaska cruise potential, which is awesome, but we haven't planned it yet. We're talking about a few different types of excursions and cruises as possible adventures for Peace, Love, and Wine as a collaboration with Rebecca and OutsmHeart. So what you can do if you want to get more info on those types of events, just go to peaceloveandwine.com and you'll see the pop-up that says get your self-care download, stay updated. The little pop-up that pops up on the site, that one. Go ahead and put your name and email in there, and I'll be sure to send you updates when we do have any plans for that. And you'll also get updated on the podcast. Hope to hear from you soon. If you want to send me an email, info@peaceloveandwine.com. And if you're planning a wedding or are thinking about it, I'd love to chat with you about that too. Take care.